So hi, I'm Ash. I'm head of sport at Telford College, and I'm here to talk to you about what we offer. Hopefully you can all see that okay. Is everyone okay with that?
Yes, yeah, it's coming through, thanks.
Lovely, fantastic. So I'm just going to skip through this video. And what I want to talk to you today about is the key messages that if you were thinking about studying sport further at post-16 level. So our key messages as a college and as a department is what you can see on the screen there. So we want people with a real clear image and clear idea of a passion about a career in sport, and have some ideas about the jobs that are available to them already. That's not to say that if you don't have a particular job in mind that isn't right for you, but we're really looking for people with that passion about a career in sport, and an idea of an end goal upon leaving us. So we want positive, motivated students that are ready, respectful and safe, and nice, happy people, because at the end of the day, if you work in the sport and leisure industry, 90% of what you do is about people. So our courses that we offer range from level 1 all the way up to level 3 extended diploma. So if I take you through what each of those means. So level 1 sport and public services is very much an introductory offer. It's a 1-year course that's subject to interview, and this is all about people developing their softer skills and what we call personal development. So they'll learn basic skills such as map reading and orienteering, and they'll learn about initial leadership, and that helps them bridge the gap really to progress on to level 2 sport. Now level 2 sport is very much that bridging gap to progress on to level 3, or if someone's looking to move into employment, then this would be the right course. And as you can see on the screen, we have a difference at level 2 between sport and Wolves. So I'll talk a little bit more about our partnership with the Wolves Foundation in a minute, but if I just come on to level 3, which is our extended diplomas. Now, most of you that progress on from GCSE or Year 11 studies will progress on ideally to level 3 extended diplomas. And again, you can see that we have 2 of them. They're the equivalent size of 3 A levels, and your study program will be approximately 14 hours per week. In addition to that, if you had any English or maths lessons. So I'm just going to flick over to the entry requirements to that, and as you can see on the screen. So if you wanted to study at level 3 with us, it'd be very much you're looking at 4 GCSEs at grade 4 and above, including English or maths. And with the Wolves level 3, that is subject to grade 4. Sorry, that's not grade 3 on there. So both level 3 programs should be grade 4 GCSEs, including English or maths. My best advice is we like the candidates to study at level 3 with both, preferably. Mainly so that it gives you more time to focus on your particular area of study. So if you were doing A levels, for example, to do 3 A levels and resit a English GCSE or maths would be really quite a tall order, and it's no different if you were studying a vocational course with us. So those are our entry requirements and what we're looking for. And you know, if you come away from this presentation thinking this is definitely something I want to do, I'd really urge you to attend our open evening, our virtual open evening on Wednesday evening between 6 and 8. Me and a few students have a little chat show forum on there, and you can get a real feel for what it's like to be a student here at the college. And it's a really good opportunity for you to gain more insight, but we'd love to get some applications in. We've been doing virtual and telephone interviews for the last few weeks now, and I've spoken to some fantastic people that are all meeting this criteria, have got a clear vision, really want a career in sport, are passionate about playing, coaching, leading and getting involved. And if you are one of those people, we really want to hear from you. Everything about applying is available on our website as well. So on your screens now is just a smattering of images really of what the courses entail. So we have physical training, we have our own sports teams that compete in the local colleges leagues on Wednesday afternoons. And that image at the top there is actually our students leading and directing on our local Telford and Wrekin primary schools events. So we're really big on our students taking a leadership role and developing those skills as quickly as they can. So they're thrusted into these positions of responsibility, working with primary school children at local schools festivals, and accessing the work experience and the general experiences that you need to be competitive into the sports industry. And a lot of our students that are in our second year now, and I think there's one young man within that there who's definitely part of that. He's now applying to university and writing what we call our UCAS applications. And in it, he's speaking about all these experiences that he's had with us so far to date. So where can these sorts of courses lead and take us to? So Joe is an ex-student here at the college, and he did an extended diploma, level 3 sport with us a little while ago now, Joe won't mind me saying. And Joe progressed on from there, and he studied coaching and physical education at university down in Plymouth. And from this, Joe then went on to do his teaching qualification and has now become an assistant head teacher. And there's lots of people that have trod the path that Joe has and have gone on to really high aspiring careers. Now, in this example, Joe went on to education. But as I'll show you on the next slide here, there are so many ways that you can progress into the sports industry. It's so diverse, and there are so many new roles popping up all of the time. And some of those university courses that you see on the board are just, I would say probably about 10-15% of what's actually out there and on offer of the wide range of things that you can go into. And as I say, these new courses, universities are developing these new courses all the time. And we work very closely with universities to basically make sure that what we're doing marries up with that. So if I can just take you back to our coaching one. So you've got the 2 different offers at level 3. So we have an extended diploma in sport, which is, again, your generic, covering all areas, including anatomy and physiology, sports coaching, nutrition, and those elements. And then down in the bottom of the screen is level 3 in coaching and sports development. Now that is very much for people that want to be hands-on, working in the community, working with young people, leading and taking charge in a sporting setting. So we do have that diverse offer. And obviously the Wolves route being very specific to football orientation. It's a really unique course. It gives people the opportunity to have behind the scenes access to a Premier League football club. So over the 2-3 years that students can study with us, they get to meet pretty much the entire staff body of Wolves, from the kit man to the chairman. We get exclusive access to those staff and all those people that go around, the professional sportsmen and women. So it's really a really unique course and a really unique experience. And the feedback we get from students about both of those is absolutely fantastic. And there's not many places in the country where you could get access to a Premier League club like we do, based on our unique partnership with Wolves in the community. So I'll just flick back through here. So here's an idea of some of the careers, and again, the same aspect as with the university courses. There is so many new jobs out there all the time developing, and all the time there's new roles coming up that we've never heard of before. And obviously with the big shift in social media, sport has jumped into that. But what you see on the screen in front of you now is probably the majority or the bulk of what our students go on to. They go on to either further study at university, as I talked about earlier. So we have a lot of students that apply to universities all over the country and access some fantastic courses in sports science, sports coaching. We have people going to teaching, whether that be primary, secondary or further education. And then you've got your more sports specific roles like community officer or school sports coordinator, as I'm sure some of the people at home will have seen in the flesh when you've been to various sports tournaments and things like that. And then obviously you've got your referee and an umpire, and the big link between business and sport now. It's an ever-growing industry, and it's always progressing. And I think I would urge anyone who's got further questions about it or has a specific role in mind. We always advise our students to start at the end, so to speak. So look at a job that you really like the look of, that you think is suitable, that's well paid, that looks like good fun, because if you're going to work every day, you want to enjoy what you do. So start with the job and then work backwards to where you are now, and really look at what's expected of me. What grades do I need to get? So, at this point, I'm sure lots of young people watching this thinking about what grades they need to get. So already hopefully looking at this, they know that those grade 4s are really important to get that level 3 ideally. And also focusing on those specific subjects like maths and English. So, I really hope people are watching this now and go away and pester their maths and English teachers for those extra sessions and that big push really to get them over the line, so that they don't have to resit and they don't have to redo that to get to where they want to be. And we have the same thing when students are here, you know, so with BTECs, which is predominantly what we offer, we work on pass, merit, distinction, distinction star, like a lot of people will already be doing in schools. And we're always pushing students to go that little bit further, to push for that distinction, to push a little bit harder for that distinction star, because that can be the difference between you accessing the job that you want a lot sooner, or taking the long way round, unfortunately. So we work really, really hard with students, and hopefully this is really hitting home for a lot of young people that are watching this now, how important it is to nail those grades and put in the extra effort so that your journey can be a direct path to your dream job, and also your dream salary, you know. And I know that can be a factor when looking for a job, as well as enjoying it. Is it a suitable income? Is it something that you can work with? Is it something you can have a good life from? And all those jobs listed there are extremely well paid jobs, but usually above the national average. So my advice to anyone who's thinking about attending on Wednesday evening, or virtual open evening, or putting in an application, when you speak to me for your interview, I will be asking you about, do you have jobs in mind? Do you have a career in mind? And it's really positive. It's always really reassuring as a learner manager to hear people talking about, yes, I want to do this job, or I've met this person, or I've spoken to this person who does this job and I want to do what they do, or I really like the look of that, or I like the idea of doing this, and this is the work experience or the ways I've volunteered or got involved with things already thinking about what separates you from your competitors, so to speak. And your competitors is anyone who's doing a GCSE in PE or a BTEC sport. You know, how are you different? Lots of people have the qualification, but how are you setting yourself apart? How are you developing your soft skills? And how are you putting yourself out there already? You know, and we build on that again when students come to us. So like the opportunities of working with the primary schools, like doing the community projects and the volunteering and the various work experience, all of these things are invaluable, you know. And again, going to our unique selling point, we have sports students doing industry work placements, which means that one day a week throughout the academic year, they're posted into a leisure centre, a school, wherever, and they're building that work ready experience. So when they come to write their next job application, or they come to write their UCAS, they've got lots of things to talk about. They've got lots of things to discuss, which is really key when you're at interview, whether it's at an FE college, whether it's at an employer, or whether it's at university, you know. And we pride ourselves in the department on making sure that people are ready for those next steps, and they feel work ready or HE ready, whatever that may be. So like I say, if people are interested in applying, then please, I'd urge you to attend Wednesday night's virtual open evening via our website between 6 till 8. And then please put in an expression of interest, make an application, and then I'll be speaking to you very shortly, and hopefully we can give you some really good advice and firm up what your positions are and what you want to be going on to when you finish school in the summer. I think that's a bit about everything from me. Obviously, if there's anything else that people want to pick up on, we can discuss it at interview, or some of the questions can be answered hopefully from watching our virtual open evening on Wednesday night.